One day I was sitting at home watching Portlandia and saw this awesome bookstore, and the next thing I knew I was in my car driving to Portland enjoying the board of In Other Words.
Welcome to the grand opening of the In Other Words Lending Library. We're having a library card making workshop over here where you can put glitter and feathers and all things new and exciting on your library card. The bike workshop is going to be starting now. We have a zine making workshop over here in the corner. We have tarot readings going on right now.
So the lending library is a really pivotal point for In Other Words. As an organization, we have needed to change for a number of years, and so we are changing into a community, more of a community center, and that's a response to, independent bookstore industry, as well as us responding to the way the community uses our space.
In Other Words has been open for 18 years, and in the past, one of our largest sources of income has been selling textbooks for the Portland State University Women and Gender Studies program. We had to eliminate our textbook program. We lost about 73% of our sales income. They were buying really cheap textbooks at Amazon.com. You could buy what used to be a $150 textbook for about $5. We reacted to that by saying, okay, being a bookstore just in and of itself is not going to support us. We have to have a new organizational model. What Portland's feminist communities need these days is actually a feminist community center where people can come together and do their community organizing.
I've been putting this collection together with the help of a couple other zine librarians over the past couple months to organize them and offer them as part of our lending library.
Part of our mission is to cultivate culture. One way we do that is we provide accessible space, meaning that we have low-cost space for anyone. If like an author wants to come and do a reading.
I know there are writing workshops, I know they have yoga, they have movie nights.
Queer science fiction, a reading group, we have Magic the Queer Gathering, we have Dirty Queer. It's not just queer stuff.
Pretty much anything and everything. I know that today they even have like card making going on, they have bike workshops, which is awesome.
I feel like this is a needed space. Even though Portland is a very accepting town, there's still a lot of crap going on that the space is needed, and people need to be able to move here and know that there's a space where they can come and feel safe and feel welcome regardless.
In Other Words is in the unique place to actually do something about a variety of issues as opposed to just running a bookstore and having that outlet, which is still important. That's why we're having our library opening today. But it's also reaching out and creating a bigger impact of kind of an umbrella of the different issues.
Feminism, I guess, is just empowerment and not being afraid to speak your mind and speak your politics and living what you believe. And really looking at why culture is the way it is and why society is the way it is, and part of that is also looking at masculinity as well as femininity.
I think when you have equality, I think that's when change really begins to happen, and I think that feminism is ultimately for equality. And so feminism is not about creating any kind of hierarchy among people, it's about creating equality for all.
Feminism is the idea that everyone is the same and deserves to be treated that way, regardless of gender, sexuality.
Basically like for equality and justice for all. It's like a nice ribbony bow sort of explaining it.
In Other Words has really helped me get through a lot of stuff in my life and find a community that I feel comfortable with. I was a women's studies minor in college, and one of my professors told me it's all well and good to be involved on college campuses because it's easy there. You've got the classes, you have the professors. What the challenge is being a feminist and finding your feminist values once you graduate. What are you going to do with that? And this is a perfect example of building that community and continuing to live your politics.